All right, hey guys. All right, here's part 15 of me rambling about music. I need to do something today to keep my mind busy. So, I'm going to delve into things that make me happy. So here we go. Like all the rest of these, I will respond to comments later, not as it goes, because then I'll just get like distracted and I can't do that. So I apologize for that. Today I just grabbed some random stuff that I really love. I'm getting to the point now where the bands that are left are going to have huge discographies. Like I'm getting to the point when the bands that have like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 albums, and I'll need a lot of time to talk about those, which will basically entertain me, not you guys. But here we go. So I got 4 mapped out, and depending on how long I talk about them, I might get to all 4 of them. Let's see. So I'll dive right in because you don't want to hear me ramble, right? So here we go. We're going to start with one of my favorite bands ever. Again, that's what we're up to. All my favorite bands ever. I would think almost everybody has to like at least a few songs by this band. This is a very Midwestern band. Been around for a very long time. So here, let's find a good album cover to start with, I guess. Oh heck with it, I'll just do it. I'm already boring you guys. Here we go. REO Speedwagon. REO Speedwagon is a killer band. You can't deny REO Speedwagon. Just radio friendly stuff. It's so accessible. It's kind of sugar coated, but it's really, really, really good. Such great songwriting. I don't know as much about REO Speedwagon as I probably should. I know Kevin Cronin wasn't he's the singer. He wasn't the original singer. He was like, they did make a couple records without him, then he was in it, then he was out, and then he was back in again. Kevin Cronin almost wrote all the best songs. Not all the best songs. Gary Richrath wrote some of them, but REO Speedwagon, love that band. Just the keyboards, the harmonies, Kevin Cronin's voice. What an incredible control of voice that guy has. An insane control. The way he pronounces every word. He's a killer vocalist, Kevin Cronin. So I'm just going to really quickly show you my REO Speedwagon records. There's the first one. I haven't listened to this yet, I don't think, because it's I don't think Kevin Cronin's on this one, so I'm not that interested. But I bought it to be a completionist. So there's that one. And then there's that. Kevin Cronin's on board on this one. Music Man's a cool song. Golden Country is awesome. Golden Country, all my Midwestern fans probably know Golden Country. And Like You Do, very cool. Kevin Cronin's debut with the band, but then he was out of the band for the next record. No, I'm wrong. Maybe I don't have it. I don't know. I don't have them all. I don't have all the old ones. So there's that one. Got Keep Pushing on it. Everyone knows Keep Pushing, right? So there's that one. The live record, You Get What You Play For. Cool stuff on here. And then we get into when they got into like, they broke biggest on this album was their first breakthrough here. You can tune a fish, you can't tune a piano. I love this record. Every song on here, except for Running Blind. I don't really like Running Blind, but there's some great stuff on here. I used to listen to this record all the time in high school. When I get home from high school, I would play this album on tape while I would make dinner, because I used to eat a lot. But such good stuff. Always Roll the Changes and Time for Me to Fly. Track 1 and 2, Roll the Changes, Time for Me to Fly. Great songs. Blazing Your Own Trail is a great song. Sing to Me is cool. Lucky for You is awesome. I stole a piano run from Say You Love Me or Say Goodnight that I use to this day. This little run in that song, which I love. Every song on here is cool. Do You Know Where Your Woman Is Tonight? Awesome. This is a great record. Probably my favorite REO Speedwagon record. I got the Rap Candy reissue of it also, just because I love it so much, but this would be the one I would say to get. This is on Amazon Prime for $5. $5, this thing shows up in your mailbox. Criminal. Just criminal. If you ever liked any of the REO Speedwagon stuff, get this, because it's very solid. It's a little snapshot in time, man. Look at that. Look at those guys. Ugh. Love REO Speedwagon. And then they move on to 9 Lives. I just digested this a few months ago. I actually have a review on my YouTube channel of this record, and I apologize. A lot of people love this record, and I didn't get as much out of this as I wish I had. Really, I'm just going to say refer to my YouTube review if you care. There was nothing on here that really tore me apart. There was just kind of like stuff. Back on the Road Again is on here, which is a cool song. The bass player wrote that. Bruce Hall, right? A cover of Rock and Roll Music by Chuck Berry is completely unnecessary. But anyway, there you go. I got that record. And then we move on to their biggest selling one that they ever did, High Infidelity. This is a killer album. This is, from top to bottom, it's great. I still like Tuna Fish better, but this is a good album. I saw them on a tour when they did this album front to back. But Don't Let Them Go, Keep On Loving You, Follow My Heart, so cool. In Your Letter, Taking on the Run, Tough. Every song on here is really, really good. So maybe this is my favorite REO record. I don't know. This album is straight through. Wonderful harmonies, wonderful hooks, top of their game songwriting. Just, this is the one. This is like, every band, not every band, but some bands have like the record that is like the pinnacle of what they do. Like, that's their one. If you're going to get one, get that one. This is it. This is also on Amazon Prime for $5. What the hell? Spend $10 and get 2 great records by one of the best bands of this kind there ever was. Oh, God. So, great stuff. I love every song. Out of Season. Great harmonies on Out of Season. So Out of Season. Oh, so good. This is so good. All right. I love this record. Who doesn't? Unless you don't have it. If you don't, get it. Perfect melodic rock stuff here, man. And again, Kevin Cronin's voice, phenomenal. Let's move on. And then they put out this one, which I don't think I've heard yet. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I've listened to this one yet. I have not, so I can't comment on this other than I have it. Wheels Are Turning. This was kind of spotty for me, but one of my favorite REO songs ever is on this one. Oh, no, it's not on this one. I'm so sorry. We're not there yet. I Don't Want to Know is really cool, though. I Don't Want to Know, cool song, very catchy and fun. Live Every Moment's pretty cool. Can't Fight This Feeling, I think, is the song that basically kept them afloat, because Can't Fight This Feeling, great song. But that's really all there was in this record, and this was kind of spotty, but there you go. Next, Life as We Know It. This is the one I was talking about. That Ain't Love. That Ain't Love is such a great song. That Ain't Love is a wonderful song. I love everything about that. The bridge, the harmonies, the production, God, Kevin Cronin can sing. Did I mention Kevin Cronin can sing? God, that guy can sing. In My Dreams, also a beautiful song. And then it kind of gets, again, it gets spotty as it goes on. So I didn't really, there's some good songs on here, but not a lot. And then I got the hits because when I was a kid, I bought all the greatest hits. There's a couple bonus tracks on here. I Don't Want to Lose You, which is a cover of the I-10 songs written by Steinberg and Kelly. I prefer this version. Steinberg and Kelly wrote, Steinberg and Kelly wrote everything, but Alone is the one you know by heart. I'm getting off track. And Here With Me, which is also kind of a heartbreaking song. So there's 2 bonus tracks on here, but that's basically just, greatest hits. And then they put out this album, which is actually pretty good. Weird title. What was it? The Earth, a Small Man, His Dog, and a Chicken. Like, really weird title, but a pretty good record, actually. Very keyboard heavy, very good big harmony hooks. Love Is a Rock is great. All Heaven Broke Loose is cool. Written by Jesse Harms, I think, right? Jesse Harms, who wrote I Want to Go Back by Eddie Money, and has been a keyboard player forever. He was with Sammy Hit, whatever. You know who it is. Halfway, great song written by Kevin Cronin and the always amazing Diane Warren. Can't Lie to My Heart. Liar, Liar. Love Is All Right, Liar. How cool is that? This is actually not bad. If you like the classic sound, not the classic, but I guess the more keyboard-oriented sounds of REO Speedwagon, I would suggest picking this up. However, a used copy is $23. So apparently, not many people have this. So there's that. But this is a pretty good one. This is probably my 3rd favorite REO record. And then they had Building the Bridge that came out, I don't know, 96? What is this? 96. It's spotty, but Can't Stop Rockin' is good. There's a song called Building the Bridge. Just the song Building the Bridge is a beautiful song. Am I still talking about REO Speedwagon? Jesus, I'm sorry. After the Night is cool. Then I Met You is cool. So that's not bad. And then they put one out about 10 years ago, Find Your Own Way Home. That's, again, okay, but it's kind of spotty. Find Your Own Way Home. And it's okay, but I'm glad they were still doing stuff. And that's it. I think that's all they did. So there's REO Speedwagon. Again, one of the greatest bands of that genre ever. And greatest singer and songwriter, man. Great, solid, good stuff. I found when I grew up in the Midwest, and I found when I got out of the Midwest, they weren't as popular with people. REO Speedwagon, Styx, Journey, Kansas. I found that they were more meat and potato stuff in the middle of the country, and other people are like, who's that? So there you go. REO Speedwagon. Killer band. Let's move on now to one of the greatest vocalists ever, in my opinion. This guy can sing anything. Blues, rock, soul, ballads. Oh my God, I love this man's voice, and he's still got it. We are talking about the one and the only Mr. John Waite. John friggin' Waite. This guy's voice, who doesn't love his voice? John Waite, man. His voice just kills me. I mean, if I could change my voice to sound like anybody, I would definitely, he'd be a contender for sure. The man can sing anything. So, most people know John Waite from Missing You. I ain't missing you at all. Most people know that song. That's John Waite. They also know he was in Bad English. So when I see you smile, when I see you smile, like that's John Waite, if you don't know who John Waite is. But John Waite was also in the Babies, did 5 albums with the Babies before he was a solo artist. And the Babies song that everybody knows is pretty much Back on My Feet Again. What's the other one? Like, Isn't It Time? Whatever. Anyway, John Waite, been around forever. Love his stuff. So the first one of his albums I got, again, was the Greatest Hits forever ago, which is just kind of a combination of Time with the Babies, solo stuff, some beautiful stuff on here. Love is a Rose to Me, White Lightning, Run to Mexico, World in a Bottle. There's a song called Union Jack. It's just crazy. Union Jack is really bizarre, but it's cool. Really cool. Darker Side of Town. So this was how I got into him. So, and then I backpedaled, and I'm only going to talk about his solo stuff here. I'm not going to talk about the Babies in Bad English. So I got this to get Mask of Smiles. I had to get this to get Mask of Smiles, which I didn't love, but it wasn't bad. But there's that one. And then I have, why did I get this? I'm confused now. Ignition is on there. I don't know. I got a couple of these kind of things. And his solo stuff is more rock oriented in the early years, and I like it. It's pretty good, but I prefer when he went to a more polished sound. So we're getting closer to that with this one, Rover's Return. These Times Are Hard for Lovers, Desmond Child, Diane Warren. Good song. Wild One, great song. Don't Lose Any Sleep, which was done by Starship, but was written by Diane Warren. I actually prefer Starship's version, because Mickey Thomas, also an incredible vocalist. She's the One is cool. Sometimes it's a pretty song, but this is pretty good. And then I got into this, but then we get into the period of John Waite that I love. So after this, he went into Bad English and did the Bad English records in the late 80s, early 90s, and then he was solo again when Bad English broke up and came out with this. There's some beautiful, beautiful songs on this. This is Temple Bar by John Waite. You can get used copies of this on Amazon for like $4. But just the most beautiful voice. How Did I Get By Without You? So beautiful. Someone Like You, Van Morrison cover, but gorgeous. Ain't No Sunshine. Everyone knows Ain't No Sunshine. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Beautiful song. I never knew that song. So to me, the first time I ever heard Ain't No Sunshine was on this record, and I thought it was a John Waite song. And I was too young to know who Bill Withers was. I just went, oh, he covered somebody's song. Like somebody wrote this song for John Waite. And then I come to realize over the years that there's 1,000 copies of the versions of this song. But to me, Ain't No Sunshine. And again, John Waite can sing anything. So his version of Ain't No Sunshine is beautiful. Downtown is beautiful. What is that? More. More is a beautiful song. And then In Dreams. I was so happy when I saw John Waite finally last year, because I'd never seen him, that he played In Dreams. And I almost cried. He played In Dreams, which is just... Why would he play it? It wasn't a hit, and he only played for an hour and a half, and he started playing it. I was, In Dreams. I was, and I was at this crappy venue, like I was in the lobby of a hotel, and there was a bar. Everybody was just talking, and it was I really didn't like the crowd. They were very disrespectful. They were just chattering. I'm like, John Waite is singing, everybody. Shut the hell up. And it was a shitty crowd. And he played In Dreams, and since nobody heard it, nobody cared. But I was in the back just like, oh my God, sunshine knocking on my window. Just loved it. Oh, God. So, the great, great album. Love that one. And then, probably my favorite John Waite record in 97, I think. 97, When You Were Mine. When You Were Mine, beautiful. You can only get this, even a used copy is $9 now. But it's so good. It's so acoustic. It's very laid-back, stripped-down acoustic. It's just about the songs and his voice, and it's goddamn gorgeous, this record. When You Were Mine, beautiful. Imaginary Girl, Let's Get Out of Here. Suicide Life was really great, minor key song with some feeling. Just Like a Woman, Bob Dylan cover. Love that song. Don't like Bob Dylan, but when other people cover Dylan stuff, it's beautiful. Love Just Like a Woman. Bluebird Cafe. He also played Bluebird Cafe when I saw him. And I was like, my God, he's playing Bluebird Cafe. Everybody shut up. He's playing Bluebird Cafe. Oh, I-95, Show Me How to Love You, one of the greatest. Oh, Show Me How to Love You, one of the greatest songs ever. David, I don't even know what you're talking about, so we're all good. I don't care. Whatever it is, it's fine. We're all friends. We're talking about music now, so I don't care. All right. Where are we? Valentine, great song. Have you seen her, my friend? Beautiful. And All I Want for Christmas, also a great song. This album, beautiful. If you ever loved John Waite but just didn't keep up on what he did, this I would suggest this one above all. Beautiful. Love this record. I love this one. He's kept active, but not as much. Like 15 years ago or so, 2001, I want to say 2001, he put out this one, Figure in a Landscape. Still great songs on here. Definitely worth getting. Keys to Your Heart, Always Be Your Man. Fly is beautiful. Whenever You Come Around, which is a cover of a Vince Gill song that I didn't know when I heard this. I just thought it was a John Waite song, but Vince Gill wrote it for Amy Grant. Whatever. That's beautiful also. Masterpiece of Loneliness. The song Masterpiece of Loneliness is basically incredibly heartbreaking and sad. So if you're in pain right now and you miss somebody and you need to cry, that's the song. Masterpiece of Loneliness. Jesus, what a song. But it's hit and miss, but there's some good stuff on there. And then a few years ago, 2010, 11, missed it. He put out this. This is okay, not great. Sweet Rhode Island Red, a Tina Turner cover is pretty cool. Skyward's pretty cool. He did an updated version of Mr. Wonderful, which I thought was unnecessary. I didn't get a lot out of this, but the song, If You Ever Get Lonely, it was worth whatever I paid for this. If You Ever Get Lonely. If you don't take almost anything out of what I say today, look up If You Ever Get Lonely by John Waite. It is one of the most beautiful songs ever. It's one of my favorite songs of the past 10 years, If You Ever Get Lonely. So good. So, there's me gushing about John Waite. There you go. John Waite, one of the greatest vocalists there's ever been of this kind of music, and the guy can sing anything. And I finally saw him live, and I was so happy to see him live. I was so excited, and he sounds amazing. I don't know how on earth he's kept his voice, but it's every bit as beautiful as it's ever been. Rover's Return, I talked about that, yeah. So there you go. John Waite. Phenomenal stuff. All right, now we're going to move on to somebody you've never heard of, most likely. How much time has this been? How long has this been? Can anybody tell me how long it's been? My phone can normally last a half an hour. And I got 2 more to do, but I've been talking a lot already. So here we go. We're moving on to one of my favorite singer-songwriters of all time that most of you have never heard of. But this guy is the real deal. He's so talented. His voice, he writes everything. His guitar playing, everything about this guy. He is the real deal, man. And he should have been so much bigger than he was. All right. But he wasn't. So one of my favorites ever, Mr. Jude Cole. This guy is, I got No Brakes. It's here somewhere. There, No Brakes. I got it. There it is. No Brakes. All right, we're moving back. Sorry. Jude Cole. This guy, if you don't know who Jude Cole is, that's okay. Most people don't. But this is one of the best singer-songwriters that just didn't crack into the popular conscience. He's very John Waite, Bryan Adams, John Mellencamp a little bit, Richard Marx. He's like all those guys. He's so good. But it just, for whatever reason, didn't quite make it through. His biggest song was Baby It's Tonight, which some of you might know. If I ever needed your arms to hold me, baby, it's tonight. It's like, you might know that. And Time for Letting Go. It's time for letting go. Both hide what we... Oh, that was terrible. Those were his 2 biggest songs off of this record, which was his second album, which I love. Every song on here, except the last one, Prove Me Wrong, I don't care for. But this whole record, top to bottom, is so good. And the guy's got a wonderful, beautiful voice. He writes all this stuff, plays the guitar, piano. He is phenomenally talented and made some really great records that so many more people should have heard. So I got into him because of my high school girlfriend turned me on to Jude Cole. I had a tape. I'd never heard Jude Cole. She's like, here's this this big take the tape, and I was like, I listened to it, like, God, this guy's amazing. This guy's amazing. So I listened to this album to death, and then moved on from this one to this one. So let's talk about this record. Baby Is Tonight, House Full of Reasons, Time for Letting Go. This Time It's Us. I've always loved This Time It's Us. And then there's a song called Compared to Nothing, which is a great song. Even lyrically, everything about it is great. Compared to Nothing. You know, was it wrong? Was it out? Problems that appear so tall turn out to be so small compared to nothing. So beautiful. Heart Full of Blues. Like, this is great. This is a little harder to come by. Well, it's not actually. This is on Amazon. You want to get a used copy? It's on Amazon for a penny. A penny. With shipping, it's like $4. Take a chance on a singer-songwriter you've never heard before. A penny. Beautiful record. So then we moved on to this one, which is one of my favorite albums ever. This whole record, straight through. He's from Moline, isn't he? From Moline, Bob Long? I think he's from Moline, Illinois. I think. This whole record, every song, wonderful. If you only buy one record by Jude Cole, this is the one. This should have put him through, and it came out at the right time. I don't know why it didn't work. The biggest song on here was "Tell the Truth." If I had to read your mind, baby, we're just wasting time. Just tell the truth. Great. Oh, that song is so beautiful. Look up "Tell the Truth" by Jude Cole. This whole record, though, "Start the Car," "Worlds Apart," backing vocals by Tommy Shaw and Jack Blades on "Worlds Apart," and then a gorgeous song, "Open Road." "Open Road" is just it kills me. That's such a great song. "Just Another Night," "Tell the Truth," "Right There Now," "Right There Now" makes me feel like home, because the guy's, he's from Illinois, he's from the Midwest. So that song, "Right Here Now," speaks to me. "First Your Money, Then Your Clothes" is just goofy. "It Comes Around," "Blame It on Fate," and then "A Place in the Line." There's actually a cover. I actually did a cover of "A Place in the Line" on my YouTube channel, me playing the piano. That's a great, great song. This whole album, everybody should have it. "Start the Car" by Jude Cole. Produced by James Newton Howard also. James Newton Howard was part of the Elton John band, did some soundtracks, wrote like the Predator soundtrack. I don't know why I know that. But just had all cylinders. This should have been a huge record, and anyone here got this? Get this album. So these two albums just like floored me. This guy, huge fan, in love with him. He's on my bucket list. Actually, he's moved on to, he produces Lifehouse. He co-wrote "You and Me" by Lifehouse. You and me and all of the people. He co-wrote that. So he's still in the music business, just behind the scenes. He also he's Rock DeLuca and the Burden or something like that. So he's still involved, but he's on my bucket list. I never saw him live, and since he doesn't play anymore, he doesn't play live. So I'm never going to get to see him. I've written to him, and I would, seriously, I mean this, I would go to wherever he lives, and he's in Illinois, I think, and meet him anywhere if he would play me and pay him. Just play me "Open Road," and I'll go away, and I'll buy you lunch, and I'll give you $100, just so I can hear him sing one song in my life. There's so few people left on my bucket list. He's one of them. So these two records, over and over and over and over again. He had a debut that at the time was incredibly hard to get, and you couldn't get it anywhere. It was just like $100 everywhere I looked, and I didn't have $100. I was 21. I don't have it now. But my mother found this record, the one I'm holding, in a used record store, and they didn't know what they had. She got it for like $9, and to this day, this is maybe, if not the best Christmas present I've ever gotten, top 3, but probably the best Christmas present I've ever gotten, because my mom listened, she knew what I wanted, and she had managed to find it, and I was so happy. I was so surprised, because you just couldn't get this anywhere, you know. This was a debut. It's all right. It's hit and miss, but "You Were in My Heart" is cool, like lovers do. "Everyone's in Love." I think John Oates sings backing vocals on "Everyone's in Love." "Walk on Water" is pretty cool. "Crying Mary" is a great song. I found out about a year ago that "Crying Mary," well, I have this theory that "Crying Mary" is ripping off Springsteen, because Springsteen's got a song called, can't remember, on "Nebraska," that sounds a lot like "Crying Mary," but this is a great, great debut. So that's pretty good. They've reissued it since, so you can get it now for like $5, $10, but at the time it was very valuable. This is the original print though, so I guess that's something. So there was that. Beautiful, beautiful. And then he made this record in 95, 95? Yeah, 95. This is more stripped back because now it's 95 and the sound has changed in the musical landscape. So it was hit and miss, but there's some good stuff on here. Believe in You, beautiful song. Believe in You is so great. Speed of Life is good. Move If You're Going, Sheila Don't Remember. I love Sheila Don't Remember. Sheila Don't Remember is a great song. I pretty much ripped off that vibe for a song of mine called Nothing in the Way, which is on my first record, Stolen Season. If you listen to those two songs, you'll understand what I was going for. That song actually started getting my head on how to use tambourines in songs, just to accent some percussion. So that song made an impact on me. And then Heaven's Last Attempt, which is just a really dark, sad, sparse, creepy almost song, but beautiful. So it's all right, hit and miss. I have no idea if this is rare anymore. I don't know. But I got that. And then he did Fallen Home a few years ago, like 2000, which I didn't really care for a lot of this. Breathe. There's a song. Oh, Inhale. Inhale Me's pretty good. Peaceful in Mind. Actually, just the last three songs were good. You Make It Easy is a cool song. Peaceful in Mind. But I didn't. Falling Home was good. But, More Than a Breakup Song. All right, it's hit and miss. Half of these are good. Great stuff here, though. He's also, I haven't been to his site in a while, but for a while he had a lot of unreleased stuff on his site. He had a great song on there called Lovin' You Ain't Lovin' Me. I don't know where that is. He's got other songs that aren't on these records. But Jude Cole, man, I'm telling you, if you love Bryan Adams, Richard Marx, that kind of stuff, and you don't know who Jude Cole is, spend the $5, go on Amazon, spend the penny, get Start the Car. Wonderful record. Love it. Do I have time to talk about one more? I'm going to do it anyway. All right, here we go. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this in, to be honest with you, because I got a lot to say about this band. This band is pigeonholed as hair metal because of their two big hit songs, but they were so much more than that, but very few people know about it. So here we go. I love this band in their original incarnation. Warrant. Warrant is so damn good. Everybody just knows Cherry Pie and Heaven. That's all anybody knows, and that's a shame. Not that those aren't good songs, but that's not really what they're about. It was what they were about at the beginning, but so good. So I was of the age when Warrant came out. I just got their first record. And Down Boys, I didn't really care for Down Boys, to be honest, but Heaven, loved Heaven. I loved all those power ballads. I still do. You know, heaven isn't too far away. Like, excuse me, I burped during that. But that song hooked me, and that's a beautiful song. I mean, for the power ballad time, that is a very, very well-written, beautiful, beautiful song. So I got that. My mom actually had this on tape, because my mom loved Down Boys and Heaven, so she had this on tape. So it was in the consciousness. I was only 13 when this came out, I think, right? So this is okay. There's some good songs on here, but there's some that aren't. Down Boys are right. Big Talk I like. Sometimes She Cries. Great song. So Damn Pretty's all right. I don't like Dirty Damn Philly. In the Sticks is cool. Heaven is beautiful. And then Riding High and Cold Sweat I don't care for. But good first record by a band. Heaven Alone is beautiful. This is on Amazon Prime. Brand new. $5. So there you go. And then we move on to Cherry Pie, which was their biggest record, right? Had to be their biggest records. And I love this record. I got this. I remember hearing this song for the very first time because I saw it on MTV with the video. And I spent the video being 15 years old going, because Bobby Brown. I mean, that's a cartoon character come to life. That's not even real. That's so stereotypical. Big red lips, blue eyes, blonde hair, the shape, everything. I'm just like, Jesus God. I was like, play the video again. But like the song also. So this record is more, it's fluffy, but it's damn good fluffy. Again, Beau Hill's producing these first two records, by the way. Beau Hill produces, I love Beau Hill's production. I love Beau Hill's. I was actually shooting for Beau Hill's production on my record on Promise. That's what I was trying to get. Love his production. So I saw them on tour when they opened up for Motley Crue on the Dr. Feelgood tour. I went with my parents. My parents were super cool. And it was before this record was out, but they played Uncle Tom's Cabin. So, Uncle Tom's Cabin, cool song. A song about, you know, not what most songs are about from rock bands. So you start to kind of get a little bit of not writing just about girls, love songs, and rock and roll. And there's nothing wrong with those songs, but I like a little more meat on the bone in my songs. So we get to that a little bit in there. I Saw Red. Oh my God, I Saw Red is heartbreaking. Don't Like Bed of Roses. But it's just a fun record. Sure feels good to me. Fun. Love in Stereo. Fun. Blind Faith. Gorgeous. And then maybe my favorite, maybe not the favorite, but certainly one of my favorite Warrant songs ever, Mr. Rainmaker. Mr. Rainmaker. How cool is that song? So this is a great album. I would say, I mean, this might be a little off base, but I mean, Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet era. If you liked that, you probably like some of this. And Janie Lane. Oh my God. So this is good. Also on Amazon, $5. $5. Janie Lane hated Cherry Pie, by the way, the song. Like for those of you that don't know, the record was finished. They finished the album. They were done. And then they called and said, we need a hit. We don't have a hit. We don't have a single. So he wrote Cherry Pie, I think in a night is the story, right? And they said they needed something like, was it Love in an Elevator? Or Rag Doll? Something like that. I think it was an Aerosmith song that they referenced. Like, we need a song like this. And so he wrote Cherry Pie in a night. And then he's the Cherry Pie guy. And he hated that he was the Cherry Pie guy. There's some actually good chord changes in that song for a rock song. Solo on that song, by the way, is by CeCe DeVille from Poison. Everybody know that? But great record, fun, made me very happy. And then, in 1992, they made one of my favorite albums of all time that nobody bought. There is a YouTube review of this album on my YouTube channel where I just gush for 10 minutes about this record. So I'll try to keep it in, but I'm probably not going to be able to. Dog Eat Dog, ladies and gentlemen. Dog Eat Dog by Warrant. I didn't even know Warrant had a new record. I was in Best Buy and was just looking at the records and was like, what's this? That doesn't look, is that Warrant? And I turned it on, like, oh my God, Warrant's got a new record. Had no idea they had a new record. Took it home, and my first reaction was, oh, what is this? Because it's so much darker and heavier than this fluffy stuff here, which I love. That's what I was expecting, but I listened to it a few times. This album is one of the best records, one of the best hard rock albums ever made. Seriously, I adore this record. Anyone who's watching this, who's heard this, will agree with me. How good is Dog Eat Dog by Warrant? This record took over my life for, it had to be 6 months. Like my entire senior year in high school, Dog Eat Dog by Warrant. The whole thing bleeds together. So Machine Gun is cooler. The Hole in My Wall is so good. I don't even know what the lyrics are about, but they're awesome. And it's such an easy riff. Such an easy riff, but it's so damn tough. So cool. And then April 2031. April 2031 is just a song about the end of the world and about, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. And there's the children choir at the end, just gives me chills. And then he's listening to things that don't exist anymore. So there used to be a wind that wasn't caused by fans, the nuclear ring across the moon, and oh my God. And then there's like, no more music, no more songs. And he just screams it like he feels it. And whether he did or didn't, I bought it. Like, no more music, no more songs. Oh God. And you know, we're not too far away from that now, 15 years. Oh, April 2031, which killer song. It just builds and builds and builds. So good. And then it bleeds right into Andy Warhol Was Right, referencing everyone's, 15 Minutes of Fame. So Andy Warhol Was Right, which is a little incredibly interesting song about somebody who kills somebody famous to be famous, about him being oh my God, there's like a little toy piano in it and a kid's voice, and it paints a great picture. Janie Lane was such a brilliant songwriter. He just somehow made that song alone demonstrates how much he did with so few words. He wrote so few lyrics, but got all the information out there. You could see it all. He has a whole friggin' story and there's not many words in that song. There's not many lyrics, but it's a beautiful song. Jesus God, how it's amazing, and it's heartbreaking, and it's so well produced. Michael Wagner produced this one. Andy Warhol Was Right, and the songs just go like that. It's Machine Gun, which is about sex, Hole in the Wall, which is about I don't know, and then April 2031, End of Days. Andy Warhol Was Right about just psychosis and being crazy, and then right into Bonfire, which is just a cool, just something to break it up down. It's kind of like Cherry Pie, honestly, but it throws in there. It's a great song. The Bitter Pill ballad, heartbreaking, and then it breaks it down to this like mad friggin' opera German thing in the middle. It changes tempo. Why? I don't know, But it's awesome. And in the headphones, you hear the competing verse lines. Sometimes I'm right, I'm also wrong. Comes, oh my God, and then it comes together, the harmonies. And we're only halfway through the record. Hollywood so far so good. All my bridges are burning. I kind of stopped because I'm boring everybody. Quicksand, what great production, putting the timpanis in the quicksand. Why do that? Why not? It's awesome. Let It Rain, one of the most heartbreaking songs ever. Let It Rain. The first lines of that song are, I can't get up the nerve to call you, but I want to call you so bad. Remember, everybody, this is before there was texting and Facebook and internet. If you wanted to communicate with somebody, you had to pick up and talk, and it was terrifying. Oh, that's the first line. It's just like, oh my God. Inside, Let It Rain. You can just feel the pain. That's real, man. It's raw. And he sings. Janie Lane was an incredible vocalist. You go online, you can watch him on YouTube, sing these incredible songs. Crazy range, crazy power, all night long. God, that guy was great. And then Inside Out, just a aggressive double kick song. And then Sad Teresa, beautiful. Just, this is one of my favorite albums of all time. I'm sorry I've gushed about it for 5 minutes, but so good. It's on Amazon used for like $2. Just, I don't know what to tell you because I don't think it's for everybody. But if this is the kind of stuff you love, it's essential for hard rock fans. God, so good. So there we go. For me, that's my favorite Warrant record by a mile. And then things changed. Sorry, got a phone call. I know as much as other people do. Sorry, now I'm all right. So I got Ultraphobic. There was good songs on here, but it's a little bit too out there for me. I like Crawl Space. Ride Number 2 is cool. Stronger Now. Gorgeous. Stronger Now. I found it interesting that it was mixed by Bo Hill, because it's not the Bo Hill production at all. Family Picnic was interesting, but it was hit and miss for me, but I have it. So there you go. I'm just showing you my records now. I got that. Belly to Belly. I have not listened to this yet. Don't know anything about it. Can't comment. And then Jenny Lane died. So they made Rockaholic. They have another one with the devil on the front somewhere. But I have this because I heard it was good. But I haven't listened to it. I will listen to it. I respect the singer. It's Mason, right? He was the guy in Lynch Mob, the second Lynch Mob record, I think. Do I have that right? I might have that wrong. So I have it, but I don't listen to it. So I can't comment on this. All I will say, and I know this is not a popular opinion, I have a very hard time with Warrant continuing as Warrant, and I know I'm one of those people. I know a lot of the fans hate it because Janie Lane wrote all the songs. Janie Lane wrote all the songs, sang all the songs. Janie Lane was Warrant, kind of. I don't know how I feel about that. Band's got to make a living also. And if I was the drummer for that band and you know, and I could still continue, I guess I could. But I just can't think of any other example. Can anyone else think of any other example of a band anywhere where the main songwriter and singer was gone, but they still continued as that band and made more records? I can't think of any other band like that. Doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means it's interesting and unique. But there you go. All right, we made it. REO Speedwagon, John Waite, Jude Cole, and Warrant. Everybody, get this one. You can tune a fish, you can't tune a piano. If you can, When You Were Mine by John Waite. Jude Cole, Start the Car. And Warrant, Dog Eat Dog. And probably this one too. That's all I got. Okay, I felt better for a few minutes there. That was good. Born Again. That's right. Yeah, I don't have Born Again. I don't know what Richie Sambora means. All right, that's all I got. I'm going to pitch my record again real quick. Here it is. Promise. Go to my website if you want. If you don't want to, that's fine. Here's my website address, even though it's backwards. Sorry. So it's Jace Music, JACEMUSIC.com. Thank you guys very much for indulging me rambling today. All this stuff meant a lot to me. And that's all I'm going to say. Thank you all. Hope everybody's okay. I think that's all. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking now. That's the smart thing to do. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.